It's the 3 o'clock hour. Welcome to this meeting of the Del Norte Transportation Commission on Tuesday, September 6th at 3 p.m. Going to call this meeting to order, and
We have to have
We need one,
four.
we need one more person.
we need one, but I thought 4 included Tasha.
No.
My mistake.
Advisor.
So I will say that we are going to wait a few minutes until one more person shows up. Please stand by. Thank you. now call this meeting of the Del Norte Transportation Commission to order appropriately, and we'll take roll.
Commissioner Altman.
Here.
Chair Short.
Here.
Commissioner Greeno, absent. Commissioner Hemmingson is absent. Commissioner Howard.
Here.
Commissioner Inscore.
Here.
And Policy Advisory Member Tasha Alstrand.
Here.
Very good. If you'd all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. It is now public comment period. Do we have any public online with us today? We have one member online. Is there any public comment? Any hands raised?
I'm trying to, I don't know why I can't see my list.
No hands raised. Thank you very much. Okay, we will adjourn to the Policy Advisory Committee and take up the consent agenda for Policy and Administrative. The items are the minutes from the July 5th meeting, the transit request for approval of State of Good Repair funding list, Redwood Coast Transit Authority and staff recommendation by poll vote to approve Resolution 2022-13, approving the Del Norte County fiscal year 22-23 SB1 State of Good Repair funding list. And the third item on the consent agenda is auditing services engagement letter, and the request is by poll vote authorize the executive director to sign the engagement letter and all necessary documents for auditing services.
Move to approve consent.
Got a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second. Thank you. Is there any public comment on the consent agenda items? No public comment. Thank you very much. Can we poll the vote?
Commissioner Inscore.
Yes.
Commissioner Howard.
Yes.
Commissioner Altman.
Yes.
Policy Advisory Member Tasha Alstrand.
Yes.
Chair Short.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, now under Policy Administrative, item D on the agenda, consider proposed improvements on US 199 at Elk Valley Crossroad. The TAC and staff recommendation is by poll vote, approve the project initiation proposal and authorize the executive director to execute all documents necessary to complete the project initiation document. Tamara?
Okay, so this has been a long time coming. We have a project initiation proposal, which is the document that comes before the project initiation document. And it's essentially agreeing to move forward, the commission agreeing to that we should move forward with the safety solution of a roundabout at US 199 and Elk Valley Crossroad. That Caltrans initially thought that they were going to need our $500,000 of state economic stimulus funds called CRISA funds. The acronym is pretty convoluted, but that's what it is, the economic stimulus for transportation funds. And I received a phone call on Monday, a week ago, essentially, week ago, saying that they actually aren't going to need that funding. So that's very good news because we need that money. We have a lot of projects. So the TAC will be discussing that $500,000 probably at the end of the month, and we'll be making a recommendation to the commission for that. But for this project, we have two people. We have Talitha Hodgson and Valency Fitzgerald online to answer any questions that you may have about the process, the project, moving forward. I didn't know how many people were going to be here, if there were going to be technical questions. So we have a couple of folks on the line who can answer any detailed questions.
Okay. Is there any questions for the folks online in regard to this project?
I just want to doubly make sure before this commission pulls any funding that we've allocated to this project we've talked about for a long time, that truly Caltrans is committed to follow through with this project on their own dime. I don't know who they're.
I think
answer that
Valency
question.
can answer,
Yeah.
speak to that.
I
Thank you,
can.
Valency.
Can you all hear me? All right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So we, the project currently, as it's scoped, is fully supported and fundable by our headquarters traffic safety group. So, there is always a risk that the project could go higher, but the way that we would approach that increase in cost would probably be to, downscope some of the ped bike work that we added to the scope after we pipped it, or after we completed the project initiation proposal. So it's kind of like a low to medium risk, but we are committed to the project and to the current scope of the project, which is a roundabout at that location.
And what's the timeline then for that?
So the PID, or the project initiation document, should be completed by the end of the calendar year. And we should be able to program the P&ED shortly after that. Talitha, what is the projected completion, or let's say the, ready to list or construction start date on that, on the PID currently? Do you have that?
I do. If you give me just a second, I'll pull it up for you. I believe it's 2026, but let me double check.
And that makes sense. That'd be fiscal year 25, 26, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, so what is the best way for us to continue to communicate on this project to ensure that we're meeting the timelines that were just spoken, as this has really been a project on our radar and not so much on Caltrans' radar for years until the last year and a half. I just want to make sure that this commission is fully engaged as we move forward with Caltrans on this project.
Yeah, I think that we'll continue to have Tamara as an option to be on the project development team. And so there'll be those meeting updates that she can attend. She can also just get updates, not necessarily attend the meetings, but she can request a specific amount of updates from staff. The other thing is, since it's an 010 safety project, it means that we're required to deliver it within as short a time frame as possible. Once it's programmed, it'll move through the process. If anything, it could delay a year, but that's a low risk as well. We try to deliver our safety projects as soon as possible. We will program the project or get it into the P&ED phase within a few weeks to a month of the project being programmed. We just have to get on the CTC agenda. Of the project initiation document being completed.
Okay, well, we'll rely on Tamara to keep the commission fully briefed.
Very good. Go ahead.
I just have one question, and that is, with a project that has a 3-year out date, the project estimated cost, is there already an escalator built into this cost of the 2.5 million? We've seen projects escalate at astronomical rates in the last 2 or 3 years, and so knowing that we're not talking about construction until 2025, 26, is that escalator already built into this estimated project cost?
So yeah, the project cost that we currently have in the PID that we're drafting right now is escalated, and traffic safety, that program actually funds the current year. So once they've made the commitment to fund the current year, they accept any future escalations. It's a different way of programming than we typically do for non-safety projects.
That's good news.
Great, thank
Good
you. That's,
question.
that's very good information.
Mr. Altman, any questions down there? All righty. Well, thank you for being here and answering our questions. It's exciting to see this project actually get on the table and get moving.
Thank you.
So with that, we're looking for a motion to approve the project initiation proposal and authorize the executive director to execute all documents necessary to complete the project initiation document.
Move.
We have a
So
motion
moved.
Second.
and we have a second. Do we have any public comment on this item? No, thank you, McKenzie. No public comment. We'll bring it back to the members of the commission and poll the vote.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Inscore,
Yes.
Policy Advisory Member Tasha Alstrand,
Yes.
Chair Short.
Yes. Thank you. All right. Moving right along, we will move to item E, addendum to the staff services contract. And the recommendation is by poll vote, authorize the chair to approve the contract addendum. Tamara.
There was an omission in my last contract, staff services contract, and this addendum corrects that omission. It updates the cost part of the contract to include annual increases for the cost, as we just discussed. You know, costs for everything are going up. It was, this is an item that's been in my contract since 2006, and it was just an error, an omission, that it wasn't in the last renewal of my contract a year ago.
Right. And we've already approved this.
The contract is approved.
Right. This
Yeah.
is just an amendment to it. And again, I'll say it like I said it before, you're doing an incredible job for this commission. So with that, I'd make the motion to approve.
Very good. You got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I do have a second. Is there any public comment on this item? No public comment at this time. All right, we'll bring it back to the commission and ask for to poll the vote.
Commissioner Inscore,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Policy Advisory Member Tasha Alstrand,
Yes.
Chair Short.
Yes. All right, on to our discussion items. Last chance grade and temporary closures in Redwood National and State Parks.
I have a last chance grade update from Jamie Mattioli. I know.
Good deal.
I'm just going to read his email. We continue to expect that two-way traffic will open back up in early 2023. We are hopeful that within another month or so, we can provide a specific date that two-way traffic will be restored. And if people are interested, we're always interested about last chance grade.
Yeah.
Here are some details on the progress made on the emergency projects. The major wall on the downhill side has now been completed. This is a major milestone, and the remaining work includes completing the smaller new walls upslope, removal of wall number 3. That's the wall that's on the uphill side that's visibly splitting apart, so we can see that one, and performing the excavation and paving necessary to realign the roadway approximately 12 to 15 feet inward, along with another 2 feet higher. Additional other minor milestones through the grade are also remaining. So.
Very good. So in another month, we'll know about where we stand for when 2 lanes are going to open up. That's good news.
And then they're going to cut into the wall and put it back.
Or we're going to have an incredible rainstorm, and who knows? We're all pessimistic. We're all pessimistic over here, aren't we? Well, thank you, Mr. Mattioli, for that update. Appreciate that. And we got, in our packets, we got the announcements for the temporary closures to Enderich Beach Road and Newton B. Drury Parkway. So that is what was for this discussion today. I guess we're going to do a culvert replacement on Enderich Beach Road. And I didn't realize, but they were, I don't know if they've done this in the past, but the closing of Newton B. Drury for 1 day a week. all the way till May is kind of an interesting thing. No vehicular traffic through there, just hiking and biking.
Yep.
So that's kind of neat.
Actually, pretty cool.
Yeah.
done it multiple times.
So very good. So we are done with our discussion items. Well, I guess I could, I'm sorry, I didn't say what the dates were for the closures on Interspeech Road. Tamara, do you have those?
I
Handy.
can, I don't handy.
And I just closed my computer, so I'm.
Yeah, no, let me pull it up.
Here
I've
we
got it
go.
right here.
September 8th through October 15th.
There
Thank you
go.
very much. Appreciate that, Blake.
Yep.
All right. Is there any Policy Advisory Committee comments or reports?
I do not have any today.
Tasha's got nothing. Okay. All right. Well, then I will adjourn as the Policy Advisory Committee and reconvene as the Del Norte Transportation Commission. And looking for a motion to approve and adopt the actions taken by the Policy Advisory Committee.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there any public comment on those action items? Thank you very much, Mackenzie. All right. Well, could we pull the vote?
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Inscore,
Yes.
Chair Short.
Yes. All right. Well, that was a nice little meeting. And with that, we'll adjourn to the regular meeting until the next regular meeting on Tuesday, October 4th at 3 p.m.
And if you think of the meeting, I think that the TAP wants to take some action on that $500,000.
Oh, very good.
We'll see.
Okay.
They're ready to have that conversation, but
We will see you all back here on October 4th then.